Mawungathatha ibhola, right, ibhola elingagcwele phakathi, ibhola nje eli-empty elinomoya, gcwele umoya, and then wenze njani kulona ulifake lapha emanzini, right, lizozenza njani lona ibhola, up phezulu ngisho, mawuzoliyeka vele, the moment you leave it, it's going to accelerate upwards. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho? Yes. So although you can try to force it down using your own external force, but the moment you leave the ball, it's going to accelerate upward. Why is it accelerating upward? Saying Chilo already, we have got this thing known as a buoyant force. So a buoyant force is something that exists to say as much as we have got a gravitational force, right? As much as we have got the force of the water from the top, we also have another force that is doing what? That is pushing the ball up. That is pushing the ball upwards. But manje sesoyidefine kahle buoyancy yethu by collecting other terms in total. So once that buoyancy yethu kuyinto kanjani. Okwamanje nje at first we're just defining it as just a buoyancy, and we're just saying ukuthi it is the force from the water underneath. I should say it is the force from the water underneath. But now we're going to change the diagram to kancane sicombine lama forces awu-2 to form one buoyant force. So basically, let's just have that scenario whereby you have got that a ball kanji, and you are pushing it down. Now you push it down it will stay there temporarily, but the moment you remove your hand, it will accelerate upwards, right? So if we analyze the forces that are acting on this ball, the actual forces that we have on this ball, it is a gravitational force of the ball. And just keep it there is no force that you're exerting anymore. Basically, the ball is the one that is just experiencing gravitational force from the earth. And now, lama forces lower out. I should say we've got the force of the water above and the force of the water below. We are going to combine them into one force. We're just going to call it the buoyant force. The real buoyant forces, so it's called mangani, the combination yale engaphezulu nale enjani engezansi. That's the real buoyancy. But now, lana we are sitting cool. That is why I say let's just call it buoyancy for now here. But the real buoyancy force, we are talking about the combination of the force of the water on the top and the force of the water at the what? At the bottom. So we say that basically the buoyant force is a net force that is acting upwards. I'm going to use the symbol B to represent it. So it's a net force that acts upwards. So it's a net force acts upward or against the gravitational force. So a buoyancy force is actually a combination. It is a combination, basically the force of the top minus the force of the bottom. So actually we force of the bottom, not really buoyancy force, all right? And from here, since we're having a ball with the same area, if we express in terms of pressure, the buoyancy there will be the pressure multiplied by what? By the area of the object, right? The pressure at the top multiplied by the area of the object minus the pressure at the bottom multiplied by the area of the object. So lana buoyancy, we can express it by taking out the common factor such that this will be A naught into the pressure at the top minus the pressure at the bottom. So this is another expression for buoyancy. But now this is where we bring ilotunjana manje equation yakho iphi kanje. Hey silahlekile. But ibikhona yona yazi. Nansi. Do we see this one? Do you see the same thing? Pressure at the top. Okay, pressure at the bottom minus pressure at the top. It depends on which side you chose as positive. Yeah. If you pick upwards as positive, then it means the pressure at the bottom will be positive. And then the pressure at the top will be negative. So all of this is equals to bani rho times G times H. But it's just that sesiyayidinga ke manje lana sesiyayidinga okwangempela. So why sisho kanjalo? Because vele kahle lana, this is the variation of the pressure. Noma this is the difference in the pressure. Sibuka ukuthi la phezulu la at the top, how much pressure is there? This is the pressure at the top. Sayabona ngisho. Sibukuthi la at the bottom of the bowl, how much pressure is there? This is the pressure at the what? At the bottom. Sikhumbuleni leya equation yethu ibithini equation yethu. Our equation was saying the pressure is going to be the pressure at the bottom kahle kahle. It is going to be the pressure at the top plus bani plus rho times bani times g times h. Sayibona into kanjalo ngisho. That is what the equation was saying. Uthi kahle kahle kule pressure at the top yini esoyenza sizohlala sizo add ubani u-rho gh on top of it. Ukona add ubani u-rho gh. So kahle kahle lana the pressure on the top is constant angisho. Kind of, let's just say nali ibhola lakho lilana linamanzi afanayo on top. If you don't increase the water, let's just say the water remains constant. So it's more like a constant, this one. But what is actually defining the change here? It is the what? The height. Sayibona leyo nto angisho. It is the what? The height. Because mawulana, you don't have any water on top of you. You have got the atmospheric pressure alone angisho. Kodwa mawungabalana ke manje, you have got the pressure of the air plus the pressure of the water on top of you. Mawulana ke at this point, you have got more pressure of the water and the pressure of the air combined. So kubakuningi the more you go deep down. So this term here describes ukuthi the deeper you go is the more this thing increases in this way. So this is the term that is representing ukuthi i-pressure ephezulu, usually siqala nge-atmospheric pressure ephezulu, inyuka kangakanani? Inyuka using this factor which is ubani u-rho times g times bani times h. Right? So lana ke, let's just pretend ukuthi we don't really have a ball here. It's just water, right? So let's just pretend it's just a packet of water inside this bigger water. So the packet of water lena, i-pressure enayo, sifuna ukuzama evaluate i-pressure yayo. The pressure phezu kwayo le packet of water is going to be PT. The pressure phansi kwayo lana at the bottom is going to be PB at the bottom. And then this is going to be the area of this packet of water, right? And then this is going to give us the equation length. So this difference in the pressure has to be equal to what? Has to be equal to nile factor length. Because now pressure to E factor length. So it means as you move from the top to the bottom, the difference in the pressure is actually equal to this exactly. Because this equation lena it's in whatever pressure that you start with at the top, usually you start lana on the atmospheric pressure curve. Mawuya phansi, it increases by this rho times g times 1 times h. Iyawonala leyo nto angisho. Rho times g times h ilokhu yanyuka. So lokunyuka kwakhona, that is the change that you are talking about. So this is the change angisho lena. Mangithi pressure at the top minus the pressure at the bottom, we are looking for the change in the pressure. No matter the increase in the pressure there. And it's going to be a positive change. Okay, it's going to be a positive change. Okay, this one's going to be negative because I picked one of them as negative, but essentially it must be a positive change because as you go down, the pressure must do what? It must increase. Yes. So usually they will express it as pressure of the bottom minus pressure of the top. Because lana kuma forces wabo, they made this force to be negative, this one to be what? Positive. Now I can say it's arbitrary, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't affect the mass there. So we can say now if buoyancy yethu, it is going to be equal to bani A naught multiplied by rho times bani times G times H. But this time remember we just pretended asinali ibhola la, we have just a packet of water. Let's just say the circle lena is representing amanzi nje. Lawo manzi akhona la phakathi experience pressure engakanani from amanye amanzi. Because the water experiences pressure from itself as well. Because water is separated in layers. If I take a layer of water ngaphansi, the layer of water at the bottom here will experience a lot of pressure due to the water of the what? Of the top. So if we treat the water as an object, then it means this is going to be our object. All layer is the fluid that we're talking about. So this is going to be the pressure times gravitational acceleration times height. And A naught times H, you already know that area times height is what? Volume. Yeah.
Fanele ngithi P top minus B top ukuze kulokhombisa ukuthi layinana uma izobiza negative.
Hey, le nto engisho ukuthi when you're choosing ama-directions lana, it's arbitrary. But okay, recommended, make this force to be negative. I show lana we chose up as what? We chose up as positive, right? We chose down as what? As negative. But our actual object is being pushed down most of the times. Actually, it is safer to choose downwards as positive line. Yabo. If direction changes in the line is the difference that will make a difference line. Actually, this was supposed to be pressure of the bottom minus pressure of the band of the top, but still it doesn't make any difference that much, because lower negative lower is just telling us that our object is being pushed downwards and the pressure is increasing as you go down. And tinastay down is negative, so ngamanye amazwi negative wethu is implying also your increase. Yabo, because force is arbitrary to choose any direction there. But you can choose this one to be negative, this one to be positive. I'm a force swap, but they must have different signs. Must want different signs here. You're gonna have P port minus bani, P top, and still its magnitude will be equal to bani rho times bani times G times H. Its magnitude will be the same thing. So this is A naught times H, which gives us the volume. The volume is A naught multiplied by bani by H. So this is the volume of this packet of water. Like the object in this case, remember, we just pretended that we've got a packet of what? Of water. So lana, I'm going to say this is going to be rho times G times what? Times the volume there. Rho G V. And then this V is just the V of this packet of water. I just using a packet of water then. So as if using a fluid. Let's just say fluid. Fluid. Why are we using fluid? Let's talk about this. Right now, mangathatha ibhakethi eligcwele ngamanzi 20 liters bucket. Sisemfuleni sishela intombi. Sithatha ibhakethi eligcwele ngamanzi. Ngiyadlala. Njani? Sisemfuleni sithatha ibhakethi eliwu-20 liters angisho. Lo 20 liters lo ugcwele, right? I bring a block noma I bring an object, yabo? Mangathatha into engathi ibhokisi noma ngithatha nanoma iphi object engayithatha. Bese ke mina ngiyaphoqa ukuyifaka la ebhaketheni. Noma mhlambe ngiphose nje something inside the bucket enkulu. What will happen to the water in the bucket? Let's say igcwele kanjeni. Yes, the water is being displaced. The water is being displaced. So whenever you put objects inside the water, those objects, normal inside the fluid, yeah, those objects, they need to occupy a certain volume. So mangafaka mina i-object ewu-2 cubic meters, izo displace amanzi angakanani lana awu-2 cubic meters, because the space has to be conserved angisho. Sengiyasho nje manje le space sonke sigcwele siwu-20 liters. So mina bese ngithatha umuntu ngiyamphosa ke kule lamanzi lawa azochitheka, and amanzi lawa azochitheka azolingana nani ne-volume yalowo muntu omfakayo. Because I mean, like, if I'm going to put, this is like 20 liters, you know that volume is a discrete quantity. It doesn't increase on its own. If we 20 liters webhakede lo, angeke uzushintshe uvele ube u-40 liters esithubeni cha, unless we use a different bucket. So if we use the same bucket of 20 liters egcwele ngamanzi, bese kuleyo bucket egcwele ngamanzi ngenze njani ke mina? Ngithathe i-object ngiyifake leyo object mhlambe u-20 cubic meters ngokwe-volume yayo. It means leyo object the moment ngiyifaka izo-displace lamanzi. So let me just try to replicate the image le. Alright, so the moment I put the object, let's just say now I put an object kanje. I put an object with a certain volume. So it must be a 3-dimensional object. Because if you put into a paper and generalize of displacement, it's 2-dimensional, it's not able to occupy all dimensions. So here we need a 3D object. Fire in ibhokisi phakathi. Masofaka ibhokisi lan, what will happen? If we put a box, the water will be displaced. A sense of color so that the water remains blue. So if we put a bhokisi, the water will be displaced. So amanzi azochitheka. Hey, angazi haba yini uchitheka khona nje. But ayachitheka wona into yenze khona into echithekayo right. So nakho masifaka ibhokisi lethu phakathi amanzi kanjani they spill to the side. Sayibona ngisho. Why is the water spilling to the side? It is because the water it is opening space for this object that you are immersing inside the water. So immersing angisho. Yes. Exactly. So nakho ke so before object yami before ngize ngifake phakathi. If object yami before I even put it inside the water. If this object I haven't put it inside the water yet. Let's just say angayifaka emanzini saphandle kanjeni. The water is occupying 20 liters, which is this volume. Then I bring the object, phosho phakathi. Manje the moment nje ingena nje le object lena, it displaces the water. The water will leave. And amanzi azophuma lapho azolingana nani ne volume yale object, noma the volume occupied by this object. So if this object is having the dimensions which is going to be 2 cubic meters or 2, let's just say 2. Let's just say this is a cube, right? So if we're having a cube here is having 2 length, 2 breadth, 2 height. Sayibona ngisho. Leli bhokisi silifaka lapha i-volume yakhona la ubani u6 angisho 6 cubic meters, right? So if we're having a volume of 6 cubic meters kanjeni and then we put this 6 cubic meters inside a 20 liter full bucket, la manzi lawa occupy le space sonke before angisho lapha egcwele amanzi le space less before sesifaka ilothu njani sesifaka ibhokisi begcwele ini amanzi. Lawo manzi azophuma achithele emaceleni and la manzi lawo if you collect them they are going to be exactly equal to the 6 cubic meters yani yale object because the object is the one that is being what is displacing the water. This is very discrete and it's very easy to understand. Let's say nje manje ngigcwele nihleli lapho ezitulweni and then someone comes here manje and then ansuse kulezo izitulo. Kufika abantu abawu5 bazosusa abantu abawu5 bazohlala kulezo izitulo eziwu5. That's how volume is arranged. It's very discrete. So similarly lana amanzi ayihlelele kahle awu20 liters. Kufika i-object ewu6 cubic meters isusa lawo manzi it occupies the what? The space. Yezwakala leyo nto ngisho. Yes, exactly. So now ngamanye amazwi the volume that we are talking about here, it is the volume of the fluid that has been displaced. Siyibiza ngani? Nge-volume of the fluid that has been displaced. The volume of the fluid that has been displaced is exactly equal to the volume of the object that you are immersing. Yeah. Okay, paper liu 2D, right? It has got less of a, it has no volume. Let's just pretend that it's flat, it doesn't have any volume. I will fire amanzi in the pile, so I create an amanzi. No, it's 2D, it doesn't occupy a volume. So, who is kakhulu amanzi ahlehle avulele space iphepha uselingene. Yabo, and the paper is most likely to float on top. But if you put an object that has got a volume, so it means you see inobude inobude inobubanzi iphinde ibe nani nalokho okunye. Length, breadth and height, all of it actually has got a volume, so it has got all of those 3. So the moment ngifaka lapha emanzini amanzi awa escape awayindawo, there is no other way to go besides spilling out. But a paper is only occupying only 2 dimensions, this dimension and this dimension. And amanzi actually in an area, accommodating a space for a paper is not hard. But if you bring a 3D object, you put it inside, la manzi abegcwele yonke le ndawo azoqhela. Ma uthi kugcwele azochitheka. Sayibona ngisho. Yeah. All right. So in seminar, the volume of the fluid displaced is going to be equal to the what? The volume of the object that you are immersing inside the water. So mawubona volume of the fluid lapha iyafana nokuthi ngithini ngithi volume of the object. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho. Exactly. So now with that in mind, we can now introduce one last thing here. Cases that are different from one another, right? The cases that are different from one another. So lana, if volume of the fluid displaced, it is very proportional to the buoyancy force. It is proportional to the buoyancy force. Let's just say the magnitude of the buoyancy force. So the volume of the fluid displaced, it is proportional to the magnitude of the buoyancy force. So what it helps us with is to know if it happens with your object is big, it means it's going to displace more water. So it means that there's going to be more buoyant force applied to the object upwards. So now, sinama cases again, whereby we compare the densities of the object and the fluid all together. So that's case number 1, which we call the totally submerged. See, this is a totally submerged totally submerged object. Total, it means ukuthi ngokuphelele ngezulu. Siyabona ngisho ngokuphelele. So i-submerged ngokuphelele. Submerged angisho siyayifaka lapha phansi kwamanzi angisho we are dipping it inside water. So idiphe ngokuphelele iphansi kwamanzi ngokuphelele. Ayiveli nokuvela la ngaphandle. Siyayibona into kanjalo ngisho. So when we have got a totally submerged object, for example, we have got a fluid lana, and then it happens that the object is totally submerged. The object is totally submerged. How do we deal or how do we handle our calculations weight? Remember, we say that the buoyancy can be written as the what? It can be written as the fluid density multiplied by the gravitational acceleration multiplied by the volume of the fluid displaced. Volume of the fluid displaced. This is how we express any buoyancy, normal buoyant force. Alright? So manje ke ine so isho ke manje the volume of the fluid and the volume of the object, it is exactly the same. Volume of the fluid and volume of the object is exactly the same. Let's look at the forces that we have. It's a buoyant force, which is a combination of the force of the water from the top and the bottom, all of them. And then gravitational force there. Right? I-buoyancy force sesikhulumile ngayo, angisebenzisa u-B ukuyi-represent. Sesikhulumile ngayo i-buoyancy force. I-gravitational force ke yona ke, how can we express it? Fg is equals to mass times gravitational acceleration angisho. And mass is equals to the density. This is the gravitational force of the object angisho, noma on the object. So the mass can be written as the density of this object multiplied by the what? By the volume of the object multiplied by the gravitational acceleration. So la mass substitute with this quantity because we already know the relationship between mass and density. Sayabona mass is density times what? Times volume. But this is of the object because we are dealing with the gravitational force object, on the object. So gravitational force is rho naught times V naught times G. Alright. So if this object is totally submerged, so it means ukuthi ingene ngokuphelele. Siyake singene into ngokuphelele ngisho. Ayeze isikole kodwa ngisho. Hey, khona nje abakhetha nje bakhethe nje baphelele phakathi. Vele bona ukuthi cha. Bayangena abantu. Hayi, ningeneni khona kodwa nikwazi ukuphuma Nkosi yami. Amanzi anzazi ngcindezi. Hey. Akusho ukuthi uzophuma usaphila phela. So nakho, so gravitational force yethu, this is the buoyancy force yethu. These are the two things that we are having. Gravitational force, buoyancy force. Mina ngithe this is totally submerged angisho. Means ukuthi le object lena ingene ngokuphelele. Sayibona ngisho. If this object ingene ngokuphelele ya means phakathi, it will stop. Angeke ihambe uduwa ngisho. Yes. Let's just say it is fully submerged. Mhlambe it's at the bottom, noma iphakathi naphakathi noma ikuphi, but it is fully submerged, right? And it is stationary, it is not moving. Because into the moment you put it inside the water, it will move and move and move until it does what? Until it stops. Even umuntu nanoma angaminza nje amanje, angeke ahambe udu for 3 years elokhu ehambile emanzini. Cha. Phandle kokuthi mhlambe mawuthi uhanjiswa izinto. mhlambe bayamdonsa nje angazi obani laba semanzini, but basically but naturally it's not something that happens, yabona ngisho. So umuntu lapha mazominza lapha uzohamba phansi namanzi elokhu elwisile njalo, elokhu apply force elwisile njalo. If it happens ukuthi uyaphuma umphefumulo and then umuntu uyashona, the buoyant force will win over the what? The gravitational force. Bese it does what? It pushes up the person. That's why umuntu umbona seflosa ephezulu. Mawuthi kuwulwandle nje lizomkhafula nje. So that's how it happens, right? Painful, but something that happens. So tonight we're here to study the physics of that, because you apply the same principles as well if you want to try and investigate some cases. How long has this person been in the water? Khona ufuna forensics la thola ukuthi ya mawusayifuna forensics acorrelate nakhona usengabreach later on. But basically, let's just assume that our object is stationary, ayisahambi, isimile. Is it the main partner part noma is at the bottom of the water, right? So if it's equal, if it's stationary, these two forces must be equal to one another. So the buoyant force must be equal to the what? To the gravitational force of the object. If buoyancy is given by the density of the fluid times the gravitational acceleration times the volume of the fluid displaced, which is equal to the gravitational force given by the density of the object, volume of the object, gravitational force there. So this is what we have. And if these two are equal to one another, we can try to just transpose this. How can we manipulate our equation? If we say we transpose UFG to the other side, this is going to be rho of the fluid times G times volume of the fluid minus rho naught times V naught times G is equals to 0. So their net force is equal to 0. Simply means utini, those two forces are equal to one another. This is stationary, this is not moving. Here's what I learned. Alright. So, sithe a deduction that you can make. The volume of the fluid is equal to the volume of the object. More available, the fluid that is going to be displaced will be displaced by that object. So lana, these terms are equal to one another. So we can just use one subscript because these are equal. This is just V naught, the object. So instead of V fluid, V object, because those two are what? They're equal to one another. Since the density of the fluid displaced is equal to the what? To the density of the object. Here's what I learned, the volume jar. Alright, so we have got two common factors that you can factor out. We can factor out G times V naught into the rho fluid minus the rho of the object. And we find equation here to say it will be structured in this way. And then now we need to now bring an interpretation of this mathematical formula. Okay, so lana in this formula we're having G times V naught and we're having rho fluid minus the rho of the object. So in density of object, it is still the same thing, the mass per unit volume. So now if the object is totally submerged, first of all, the net force is 0. The net force is what? Is 0. That's the first thing. If an object is totally submerged inside the fluid, the net force there is 0, right? The object is remaining in equilibrium. And therefore, the direction of motion of an object submerged in a fluid is determined only by the densities of the object and the fluid alone. So you don't need anything else to be able to determine maybe I want to analyze the formula lane. The formula lane only has got the gravitational acceleration, a volume of the object, as well as the what? The densities. Shows the emotion yale object lane. Because this is a law of motion as we apply Lila. This is the first law of motion to say that the net force is what? Is 0. So the motion of this object doesn't have anything to do with any other quantity, no matter any other factor. besides its density of the object and the what? And the fluid. Because like the equation only has got these two things alone, right? If we look at the two things that can be different, and also now view of the object, but we don't really need anything else. We don't need any force. Nalom force, you can still be able to determine the direction of motion. So we are still going to do cases for how can you solve problems relating to that. But basically, this thing says if it is totally submerged, the first thing, the net force is 0. And then the second thing, what is it? The motion is only determined by what? By the densities of the object and the fluid. You do not need the density of anything else. How can you apply this in some way? Alright, so this, we call it Archimedes' principle because it was discovered by Archimedes, who was saving a king or something like that. So Archimedes, he had a crown of gold or something like that. Salazi golide ngisho. Yes. So kudala-ke igolide could either be fake or it can be what? It could be real. But they did not have any other analysis techniques, no matter they did not have anything else to analyze the authenticity ye golide. So Archimedes, what did he do? The king actually gave a crown to Archimedes to say, many crown, how you determine is it real gold or is it fake gold? Because la makhosi wabelungu lawo bewathanda ukuba negolide la ngempela mpela. Okay? Hayi leli golide leli elakaTemu. So if we bring these two, we compare them. Okay, this is the crown. So Archimedes was egeza, wasethatha leyo crown, eyidlalisa. Wayifaka lapha emanzini. Makayifaka lapha emanzini, i-crown ibuyela phezulu. Hayibo. Uthi why le crown le lokho ibuyela phezulu mina ngiyayifaka nje yona kanjani iyayikhipha. Hawu futhi walokho egezile njalo wavela wathi angiyeke insipho ubeke kwithaphu kahle kahle hleli kanje. Yabo. Wathatha futhi le crown wayifaka kwesibili kwesithathu. Walokho ebona njena njani ilokho ibuya phezulu. Siyabona ngisho leyo nto. So by determining that, Archimedes was able to say, man, no man, amanye golden crown esingawafaka emanzini, they tend to go down, avela minze khona, angasabuyi back again. But this gold, why is it coming back again? What's happening? Why is this gold not heavy enough? All of such questions. Alright? And then the moment he made it discover the density, no matter actually density is just the mass per unit volume. How much mass is found in a volume of a certain object? What density determines density of the object and the density of the fluid determines whether the object is a real one or a fake one. And then he got out of the tub. Archimedes supposedly was asked to determine whether a crown made for the king consisted of pure gold. According to the legend, he solved this problem by weighing the crown first in the air, in the air, and then in water, as shown in the figure. Suppose the scale read 7.84 newtons when the crown was in the air, and 6.484 newtons when it was in water. What should Archimedes have told the king? Is the gold pure? Is it gold fake? No, is it real? So naku emoyeni nansi emoyeni crown yakho. It is having 6.84 newtons as the force of gravity. Sayizo leyo nto ngisho. Isinda ngobani? Ngo 6.84 newtons. So you're gonna say that here our gold, the gravitational force in the air is 6.84 newtons. And then wasethatha ke manje wayifaka kuphi? Inside water. Inside water equally, it was 7.84 njani inside the air. And then he put it inside the water. Inside the water wathola ukuthi man leli golide selisinda ngobani? Ngo 6.84. So the gravitational force inside the water was now 6.84 newtons. So to isusa kahle lokusinda kwaleli golide akufani depending on indawo. So ungazi uyitshela ukuthi usinda kangaka ngoba emanzini nje uzofika nje ungasindi at all. So lana ke in the air it was so heavy but in the water it was so light. Bingasasindi emanzini. Sayibona leyo nto angisho. Yes. So now they say, what should Archimedes have told the king? Kahle Archimedes kumele atshele inkosi ukuthini? Is this going to be a real gold or not? And then of course the hint that is given them, they say you must solve this by finding the buoyancy, finding the volume of the crown, finding the density of the crown, and then lastly find the volume of the gold, of the solid gold crown in air and in water in both cases. So it's a long calculation on a part. Okay, so let's take the asbukena forces then. Let's start with the air. So in the air, equality lakho was experiencing a gravitational force Fg, and then we were tying it to a rope. So we had a rope that was giving tension. Layer rope is used to measure the gravitational force. Because the force we use, we have got a scale, a Kali force. So it's say this is the tension from that rope. And then in the water, we know that masuyifake emanzini le crown lena, it is going to have not only these two forces. Yebo soba nayo Fg impela. Siphinde sibe nawani nalo tension because the rope is still tied. But because we know that in the water we have got any buoyancy, we're also going to have what? Buoyancy. So you're going to have buoyancy. So we've got Fg, buoyancy, and this. So this is the free body diagram. Assume there are no horizontal forces, none whatsoever. So we're going to just do the equilibrium in water as well as in the air. Are we going to get the same density on both sides? Because last one density equality noma sithini density equality la emoyeni nangale emanzini, is it that different, or is the gold pure? Because we have a known density for pure gold. The pure gold density, I'm not sure what is it, but we'll find it somewhere. But you'll have I think there's a table. Pure gold has got a density of 19.3 times 10 to the power of 3. So ahlahle sifuna ucalculate inthina idensity yegolide leli esinalo leli elisinda kanjeni emoyeni lisinde kanjeni emanzini. Masingathola leyo density ke sesokwazi ke sisho ukuthi hayi man, leli golide idensity yakhona, does it correspond with the density of real gold? Because the density of real gold is a known value. It is something esayaziyo, as I've already stipulated. So now let's just say the sum of all the forces there in the air, the sum of all the forces in the air is going to be equal to 0, right? Because this is not moving in the air, Anish. We're just weighing it and then it is stationary. And then the sum of forces, it is made up of any tension as well as what? As well as the gravitational force. You pick anyone as positive, but I'll starting downwards as positive this time. Because most of the things that you're going to deal with, they're going to use a positive. They're going to be going downwards. So I'll starting downwards as positive. So this is going to be a buoyancy that is going to be positive. Buoyancy is going to be positive. But, that's not buoyancy last. No gravitational force. Minus bani, minus tension must be equal to bani to 0. This is the sum of the forces, is Fg plus negative tension. We just say minus tension is equal to bani to 0. And we already know, we have an expression, we already know what is the Fg. We already know the tension as well because we are told somewhere what is the tension. Where is it? Where did they tell us the tension rope? But here we don't really need it. We can find it here from this. Because value Fg weight transfer man, it is 7.84, right? So the tension will also be what? 7.84. If we are outside, if we are in the air, but I think they wrote the tension somewhere here. When the crown was the air, okay. All right, it's fine. Okay, so we're still gonna conclude, but these are going to be equal at some point. But the same rope scenario nangalena in the water, right? The same rope we have it in the water. So if we do the sum of the forces in the water, we're gonna add ubani UFG, right? FG is gonna be positive, then you're gonna have negative buoyancy, negative buoyancy, negative tension. We are still using the same rope. They never say to tension it's still the same rope. So this is FG, negative buoyancy, negative T, because these ones are going up, right? And then again, by just analyzing here, the net force there is 0 because this object is not moving inside the water. So this is minus B minus T. So amaya mazilana, we can just say simply put, tension wethu is equals to bani, to the gravitational force minus bani, minus B. Alright. As Coleman ngayo the equation before we conclude on the tension there, right? Lana, we are using the same rope. This is the same tension T. We are using the what? The same rope. Yeah, unless they change it. So we are still using the same rope. So since rope efanayo is one tension efanayo, but mas ngathi siyabukalana. In this first case scenario, no Fg minus T is equals to 0. Ngalena no T is equals to Fg minus B. Mas ngathi sibuyisisa kahle lana, the gravitational force is the weight of the object. Which gravitational force are we going to take, Tina? Is it going to be the gravitational force in the air or the gravitational force in the water? Is it going to be the gravitational force in the air or the gravitational force in the water, and why? Why in the air? Because labo Fg bahlukile. Those two values for Fg are different from one another. So are we going to take the one in the air or the one in the water? Air. Why? Why the one in the air? Yeah, it's actually called the thing. So this one is the original gravitational force. You are in the air, right? It's not affected by buoyancy or any other force, right? But masuse manzini seso minusa ini, seso minusa buoyancy, right? So this one is the original gravitational force, but this one is soithulalana ngisho kuthiwa ishintshile ngisho eqaleni bekanjena but manje sikanjena. So this one is the original gravitational force, and this one is known as the what? The apparent weight. Apparent weight. Apparent weight. So apparent weight yethu sikhuluma ngani? Nge-weight leshintshayo. Angisho uma ungaphandle ile weight esijwayela ngisho the original weight. But now when you go inside the fluid, no matter when you go inside the water, whatever fluid it is, now the weight becomes what? Apparent weight. Sayabona leyo nto anisho. Ngicela ukuthi kuthiwa ngikade lapho isa no record napha record. Isavela ngisho. Okay, so we've got alright. Ayikhukhuleka ngaphumula nje sesibaningi bazobuka lapha. So we've got the apparent weight, right? So the apparent weight, sesikhuluma ngani? Sesikhuluma this new weight that changes when you are inside the what? Inside the water. So this is how we are going to be able to now be able to find our tension. Velana already deduced that tension here is going to be equal to bani, to the gravitational force from this equation, right? So our tension and the gravitational force are equal to one another. So our gravitational force like 7.84, right? It's going to be equal to one another. So now when we're at this point, ngalena tension yakho seku gravitational force minus buoyancy. And when you rearrange, that's going to be gravitational force, and then it's going to be negative. Oh yeah, because it's going upwards. Yeah, it's fine. It's going upwards. All right. So now if you are going to put this together and try to find, let's say, what is your buoyant force then? The buoyancy there is equals to Fg minus bani minus the tension, right? And Fg there is going to be equal to, what is Fg way to Ganje? Here when we are at the water stage. 6.84. What is the tension, Ganje? 7.84, right? So with this, you're gonna get a negative value for buoyancy. Why are you getting a negative value for buoyancy, Ganje? It's going upwards. It's going upwards. But see, it's not really that desirable for you guys to have a negative there. But don't worry, we'll account for it, right? So this is going to be, what is the difference lap? 1.00 newtons, right? So that is the magnitude of the buoyancy force. Remember, that is the size of the buoyancy force, and it is going upward. But now we chose upward as negative. That's why answers neutralize is one negative. So now that we have got a buoyant force that is equal to this, then we can now relate it to the equation of buoyant force. Remember, a buoyant force, it is expressed as rho of the fluid, G times bani, V of the object. Because the volume of the fluid is less than the volume of the object. So this is the buoyant force. So all of this is equal to 1 Newton. So then I can just say this rho, the rho of the fluid times G times V naught is equals to 1.00 newtons. Okay, yes, begin 1.00 newton. And then from here again now, how can I try to find the volume of the object now? The volume of the crown. Because it's funa I volume a crown, see funela volume a crown. We want to try and see its density, the density of the crown. Masingathola i-density of the crown, sizohamba soyiqhathanisa nani ne-density yegolide elangempela-mpela. Because there is a real gold with a real density. And then bese kuba negolide lakho angazolithathela. Leli-ke leli golide leli, samwenza njani? Ulikala, sibona ukuthi what is its mass, what is its volume. If we know the mass and the volume, then eventually you can be able to find the what? The density from that. Sayibona into kanjalo ngisho. Yes. So now we have this. We can just divide on both sides. You see, V naught weight is going to be 1.00 divided by rho of the fluid times G times bani times G kanji. Just alone. The fluid that we're talking about here is what? Is water. And in terminal, density of water must just stay in the lips of a person, no in the head of the person. Density of water is telling us no 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed. So I'm going to substitute with units this time. This is 1,000 or this is 1.00. So this is 1 Newton angishi buoyancy. 1 Newton buoyancy over the density of the fluid is 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed multiplied by the gravitational acceleration that is going to be equal to 9.8 meters per second squared. So this is meters per second squared. So you are going to do all your beautiful cancellations there. But our cancellations will only remain with this term as the one that is relevant alone. You're going to cancel out what you can cancel out. You know I cancel out. Siyazibona isithi cancelayo lapha. Hayi ngizozibona khona. Ngizozibona. This and this, n no meters per second squared. What is it equal to? Kg, and then cancels out with this kg. So 7 meter cubed alone. I'm sure you already know that n is for force, right? And then this is for what? Acceleration. Force over acceleration is what? Is mass. So mass is measured in what? In kgs. I'm sure you have the dimensional analysis. Chapter 1 when law, dimensional analysis. So automatically the only unit is meters cubed. Nanjan. So lana, therefore, our V naught, running file calculates 1 over 1,000 times 9.8. 1 over 1,000 times 9.8. Then it's going to be measured in meters cubed. So that's a little volume the object. Remember, it direction we are finding the volume of the object. Sazocinga nani ne-mass ye-object. Khona sosola ini i-density yani ye-object. Isiza ngani density? So iqhathanisa nani ne-density of the pure gold. Sibona ukuthi kahle kahle leli egolide leli abathi seliteste. Line density efanayo yini negolide eli-pure. Size of Leon. Yes, exactly. So now at this point here, we can now say the density of the gold, in this case, the density of the object is equal to the mass of this object over the what? Over the volume. Snai volume. What is snai in the mass of the object? Do you have the mass of this object?
Yes.
What is it?
This is FG and then and if we have
okay, so we already have E force already, right? We already have the force of gravity, which is 7.84. Remember, the gravitational force in the air, it is the real gravitational force, this one, right? Is the real gravitational force, which is 7.84 newtons. Lapha unani ufuna imass ngisho. Imass ne gravitational force, do they relate with one another? Yes, because where the F is equals to bani mg. So you can do whatever mathematics that you do, but the simplest one, you can just multiply it by g on both sides, on the top and the bottom. Or you can go and do lento ejwayele substitute uthole m wakho umsubstitute la. But here you're just gonna multiply by g here, multiply by g here. Because this m naught times g, it is the gravitational force over v naught times g. Gravitational force here has a value of 7.84 newtons. And then over the volume of the object, just it told 1.02 times 10 to the power of negative 4 meters cubed, times the gravitational acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared. You just punch in everything. Now, what is the density of the object? What is the density? 7,000. Okay, can you scientific notation?
7.8.
Exponent 3 kilograms per meter cubed. This is what's going to remain, because this newtons and this will cancel out, then this one will be in meters cubed, so then no kilograms per meters cubed. Okay, now is the comparison time. Let's go and look at the table. What is the density of the thing? What is the density? The pure gold, it can tell you uban. So uban ganj 19.3 times 10 to the power of 3. 19.3 times 10 to the power of 3. So that is 19.3 thousand. 19,300 kilograms per meter cubed. And bugen layer density layer crown it uban. Lela kode tell real normal fake. Linjan fake angish is clear calling on 19,000 there. This is 7,840, right? Isn't it? Yes, 7,840. This is far away from the density of real gold, which is 19,300. Very far away. So this is fake gold. Size of Leon Tangish. Yeah, so this is not made of pure gold. That's how you conclude on this. So this is a case for any if fully submerged. Yes.
So that means any mass volume can measure in this line.
Yeah, any mass in a certain volume will always have the same density if it's a pure gold. Maungathatha imass, okay, sithi mhlambe sithatha igolide elisinda ngo-20 kg. Oh, okay, yeah, sithatha ivolume ethile, right? We put igolide. Nanoma singafaka uphisa omngakanani. Uzothatha ivolume yakhona ukuthi ingakanani. Ubuka imass yakhona. When you do the ratio, it must be the same as that one. It must be 19,300. So its density is something that remains constant in this case. So its density of water is 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed. It means that amanzi that calls commercially 1. You measure their density, it's going to be 1,000 kilograms per meter cubed. You take a bigger sample of water, a bucket of water. You measure the mass and the volume that is occupied by Laumans. It's going to give you 1,000. Lava chemistry, have you done the measurement of the density of water? You must have done the experiment again. Yes. You know that the drop of water is 0.1 mils, and then that is the volume, and then you measure the mass of that drop, and then you are able to get the density. So yeah, its density remains constant there. So once wathola into kanjena ke asilona igolide leni. Sarekhoda ngisho la. Okay. So now this is fully submerged. Besikhuluma ngeobject enjani fully submerged. Angisho siyawona si apply kanjani lento ebengisho ukuthi if an object is fully submerged inside a fluid, then it means that there's going to be an equilibrium. Number 1, F net is equal to 0. Lento esiyenzile la. Number 2, you can be able to calculate the density as well as the gravitational force there. You can be able to calculate the density of the object, compare it to the original one. I said the new case 2, which is most likely the last case esoyenza namhlanje. Except mangisane energy, but hey, kusasa ngibusy, so I won't be there. Let's look for a floating object, case of applying buoyancy. Alright, sithe sine floating object, siphinde sibe nani ne fully submerged object. So the fully submerged object is the case that we've been doing all along. This case that we've been doing all along is a fully submerged, noma it's a totally submerged object. Choose the object yakho ingene ngokuphelele. But it can happen sometimes that your object is not submerged completely. It's not completely submerged. It means uthini iyafloata leyo object. Floata ngisho siyakwazi ukuthi kuyini ngisho. La ku fully submerged, density, volume of the fluid displaced is equal to the volume of the what? Of the object, because the moment uyifaka ngokuphelele lapha displaces amanzi alinganayo noma it displaces water of equal volume. Siyabona leyo nto ngisho. Yes, that is totally submerged. But what if it does not get in fully? Thola ukuthi iyangena yona but iphela phambili phezulu, right? So floating object floating on top of the fluid. Now let's consider again now the scenario of a floating object. Angidweba into engathi ibhakede la, and then cha ibhakede lo ngihlupha. Angidwebeni into kanje. So nice surface of the water. This is the surface of the water. Now we put this block inside. Sithi nansi le block yethu. Nansi le block yethu right. Alright, so nansi block yethu. Iyafloata le block lane, ayikho fully submerged, ayikho totally submerged. Ayingenile ngokuphelele emanzini. Siyayibona leyo nto ngisho. So it means that it is iyalunguza ngaphandle kahle kahle. Uyakwazi ukuyibona, mina ngiyakwazi ukuyibona ukuthi hayi lento nansi le iyafloata phezulu. Siyayibona ngisho leyo nto. Yes, exactly. So now a floating object, now consider an object of volume with VO and density rho O, which is less than the rho of the fluid. Asiqale la. Ukuze i-object ifloat, number 1, the density of the object must be smaller than the density of the what? Of the fluid, so that the object can float. Angeke le object le ize float if it happens ukuthi i-density yayo inkulu kune density yamanzi. So let's start with the fluid, which is water. The density of water, if we take the fluid, which is water, we already know that its density, it is going to be 1000 kilograms per meter cube. This is the volume of the water, the volume of the fluid. So this is the density of the fluid, right? So let me just say density of the fluid. Bese ngiletha i-object ene density encane kune density yani ye-fluid. Leyo object ayizukwazi ukwenza njani ukusinka inside, because ayisindi ngokwanele compared to to amanzi. Because lamanzi lawa, le density yalawo manzi, remember ukuthi when you're talking about buoyant force, we say buoyant force is equal to rho fluid times G times V of the fluid displaced, right? Okay, here. So when you're looking at this equation, the buoyant force is directly proportional to the what? To the density of the fluid. So it means that the more dense the fluid is, it means if a fluid has got more mass per unit volume, it means it will apply more upward buoyant force. So basically, the greater the density of the fluid, the greater the buoyant force applied by that fluid on another object. So manje when we compare, ngiletha i-object mina, i-object mhlambe ine density of 420. So ngiletha i-object enobani 420 kilograms per meter cubed. The density of this object is way smaller than the density of the bani of the fluid. So it means that the object is not enough to displace amanzi, is not enough ukuthi ikwazi ukungena ithathe space samanzi, because lawo manzi lawo ahleli with a higher density. But if we bring i-object esindayo ngokuphela esinda kahle, mizosinda kahle i-object yakho, it has got a bigger density. If we bring an object that is having a density mhlambe like 10,000 kilograms per meter cubed, 10,000 mkhulu kuno 1,000 wamanzi angisho. Yes. So the 10,000 will become more powerful, more president over the what? Over the water. That is why the 10,000, the density of an object, 10,000, mawuthi soyifaka la le object izodisplace amanzi, sink it down. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. So even if we take ibhola eli-empty eligcwele umoya, alikho dense la bhola kangako because it is light, it's not that heavy, all right? And then bese sithatha ibhola elikhandwe ngensimbi. Angisho siyawazi ama-steel balls. We know ama-steel balls angisho. Those heavy balls lawa akhandwe ngensimbi. So afake emanzini afanayo, alinganayo amabhola. Let's just say that they've got the same volume. You put them in the same fluid. Uzobona ukuthi ibhola lensimbi will be fully submerged, noma it will fully sink. Lizohamba liminze liye phansi. But leli bhola leli eligcwele umoya, it will not. It will just be floating. Reason being, its density is what? Its density is less than the density of the fluid. It is less than the density of the water. Yes, is that understandable, God? Yes. That is why ice floats on top of water at the temperature of 4 degrees Celsius or something like that. Kuna hydrology lana ngisho. Bayazi leyo nto. When does ice float on? At what temperature does ice float on water? Hydrology students, at what temperature does ice float on top of water, of liquid water? Hey, 4 degrees Celsius and below, if I'm not mistaken. So at that point, its density of ice is way smaller compared to the density of the liquid water. That is why the ice will be floating on top. So mawubona nje into efloater phezulu, umele nje ucabange yosini, this has got less density than the water that is floating in. It has got less density, hence it stays up. Hence it stays up phezulu amanzi. So if floating case, we're gonna say that first of all, the first condition, the density of the object must be smaller than the density of the what? Of the fluid. That's the first thing. The density of the object is smaller than the density of the fluid. Otherwise, ma reverse this inequality, if fluid yabane density encane, it means that if fluid is odeleleka and then the object will just iyazenzela lapha because it is more heavier, it is more dense. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho. Exactly. So that's the first condition. The density of the object is less than the density of the fluid. So if these are in static equilibrium, basically this is a partially submerged object. So if floating object is injani, it partially submerged. Sayenza leyo nto ngisho. Shuthi ayingenanga ngokuphelele, but part of it is submerged inside the water. So it's a partially submerged object. So in this case, what is happening lana? The upward buoyant force, it is dominant over the gravitational force. The upward buoyant force is what? Is dominant over the gravitational force. Then we're going to say that now the upward buoyant force is greater than the gravitational force of the object. And even by mathematics, we can prove that because the gravitational force of the object there will be given by rho times rho of the object times v of the object multiplied by gravitational acceleration. When you compare these two equations, This is the equation for buoyant force. This is the equation for bani for gravitational force. Sithe thina i-density ye-fluid inkulu kunani kune-density yani ye-object, right? And thina sithe the volume of the fluid is equal to the volume of the volume of the fluid displaced is equal to the volume of the what? Of the object itself. Yes. And then the other thing that we said, the gravitational force is obviously equal to the other gravitational force. So if you compare these two equations, and it happens, this factor is bigger than this factor, then automatically it means we say this B is greater than FG. So you guys must do more mathematical reasoning, because the second year, most of your work will be based on mathematics. Akuzuba ile physics la chaza khona kakhulu, will be using mathematical terms to describe it. Siyakwazi ukuqhathanisa izinto eziwu-2 ngisho, njengala siqhathanise nangu sathi lena asimenze sabe mkhulu, sine fluid more dense than the object. That is the condition that we set for ourselves. But these two, they are what? They are equal to one another. The volume of the fluid displaced, it is equal to the volume of the object. And this G here is equal as well. They're going to be equal as well. Yes. But now this is partially submerged. If volume yonke is submerged ngokuphelele lana, no. So it means if volume that we're going to displace in the fluid is wakanjani yona, so ibona kanjani singasho le object le ayingenanga ngokuphelele. If this is 6 cubic meters and it's not totally submerged, we cannot really say ukuthi izophakamisa amanzi awu 6 cubic meters. No, because it's not fully inside, right? Yes. So what do you think the volume of the fluid is for this case? The volume of the fluid. What do you think the volume of the fluid is? Asifaka ngokuphelele ingene nje le bottom part. So this is partially submerged. We already said that the buoyant force is greater than the what? Than the gravitational force. So when you do a free body diagram, the buoyant force will get the bigger arrow. So this is the bigger arrow for the buoyant force and a smaller gravitational force. So for buoyancy force is a big. Why is it a big buoyancy force? Because there is a bigger density of the fluid compared to that one of the what? Of the object. A gravitational force in man. So the moment when I force the lento like uthi ngena phakathi, yenza njani amanzi ayayikhipha using its buoyant force. The moment you let go of it, this buoyant force will dominate over the what? The gravitational force, causing this object to always be on top of the water. So it can never be at the bottom, because the force of the water, which is the buoyant force in this case, it is way more powerful due to this density I. So even if you are trying to push down the ball inside the water so that the ball stays long, the moment you keep isandla sakho energy, wila phezulu, amanzi keep. Why amanzi keep alana? It is because the water is having a bigger density, therefore you have a bigger buoyancy than the what? Than the gravitational force and the object, causing this object to accelerate upwards. Igcinisa floater phezulu. But umbuzo wami uthi, since we say it ukuthi ukungena kwe-object displaces a certain volume of water. So lana ke kuthola ekuqaleni we say that in a totally submerged case, when an object is entering, if the object is 6 cubic meters, volume object is 6 cubic meters, izochitha amanzi awungaki awu 6 cubic meters. Noma it is going to move, noma izonyusa amanzi awubani awu 6 cubic meters, right? But now ayingenanga ngokuphelele, izonyusa amanzi angakanani sengibuza lokho. How much water will be displaced? Or noma amanzi awazumnyakaza. Singasho sibe realistic na umgqomo ugcwele ngamanzi amanye. I put this ayingeni ngokuphelele yebo ngiyavuma, kodwa khona amanzi azonyuseka ngisho lapho. Uzobona nje lamanzi enyakaza. Mangakanani lawo manzi? Amancane impela, kodwa asiwa relate ne-object kancane. Angarelate kanjani ne-object yethu? Half. Yeah, into kanjalo uyakhona. Le part esubmergekile, the volume of this part, that is what? Submerged, is going to be the volume of the what? Of the water displaced, no matter the fluid displaced. So low VF weight in this particular case, we are talking about the what? We are talking about the volume of this smaller nyana part engenile Because yonke into engenayo it displays volume enjani efanayo. Sayibona kanjalo ngisho. So mangene nje lo 2 cubic meters omncane out of u6. If only 2 cubic meters ungena lapha out of 6 cubic meters, that smallanyana part esubmergekile, it will displace a volume that will be equal to that part esubmergekile engenini. Obviously angeke isubmergeke yonke lento lena because it's floating there. So the water that is going to be moved up, noma the water that is going to be treated out, that's going to like flow outside, Saibo, is going to be what? It's going to be based on how much you have submerged. Saibo leyo ntangisho. So now from this we can do what? We can be able to derive an equation from that. Okay, we already have the 2 equations of already. So lana at this point, what will happen? The buoyancy is greater than the gravitational force. So this means the object is accelerating upwards. Object accelerates upward to the surface, noma towards the surface. So the object yakho ya accelerator iya phezulu iya kuphi? Iya kwi surface. Yabona into kanjani? Iya kubani? Iya kwi surface. By the time ifika kwi surface kanjani? Iyama. That is where we start having what? Static equilibrium. So mayisa phansi, mawusayiphoqa lapho sibe phansi, the water will do what? Will push it up. But the moment it reaches the surface of the water, now the gravitational force yakho ne buoyancy, they will be what? They will be equal to one another. So when it is now floating, when it is now upwards on the surface, we now say it is what? It is floating. Shooting at this point, your object is floating. And the floater, it simply means the forces say balance manje. The gravitational force ne buoyancy force sekuyalingana. That's how we achieve equilibrium in a partially submerged case. So we are now going to have at equilibrium. So at equilibrium, we'll now know that your new buoyancy will now be equals to bani, will now be equals to your new buoyancy no gravitational force. Your new buoyancy at equilibrium. But ekuqaleni the buoyancy was greater when you were still trying to force this ukuthi ingene phakathi. Sayibona into kanjalo ngisho. Do we see that? All right. Now my expressions got buoyancy. We already have them. This one and this one. Buoyancy is the density of the fluid multiplied by gravitational acceleration times the volume of the fluid displaced. This is equal to what? The gravitational force is equal to bani, the density of the object multiplied by V naught. I just as well say this is the mass, Anish. This is the mass times bani times gravitational acceleration, which give us bani Fg naught. Remember the Fg of the object. Yabonakala leyo nto ngisho. Record. Okay, sayabona ngisho leyo nto uthi ibuya play equation then. Yeah, cool. So this is going to be the density of the object times the volume of the object times the gravitational acceleration. Sayabona leyo nto ngisho. And then we can be able to make a ratio there. If we make a ratio, if we divide on both sides by a rho of the fluid times G times bani times V naught. Let's just say we divide both sides by these factors. Zameona for now. If we try these factors, this and this will cancel out. This and this will cancel out such that we have the ratio of the volume. So this is the volume of the fluid over the volume of the object. The volume of the object is the entire volume. Because the entire volume simthatha la ku gravitational force. Asimthathi la ku buoyancy. Because khumbuleni silento le ayisubmergekanga ngokuphelele. So the volume of the fluid here is not necessarily the same as the what? The volume of the object, because ayingenanga ngani ngokuphelele. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho. It's not necessarily the same because it's not fully submerged. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho. Yes. So the volume of the fluid displaced sikhuluma ngani ngale smallanyana volume that has been submerged inside the water. Because leyo smallanyana volume esubmergekile iyona ezenza njani? Iyona ezochitha amanzi eceleni. Yazwakala leyo nto ngisho. All right, see. So now from here, this is the volume of the fluid displaced over the volume of the object is equals to this and this cancel, this and this cancel. and then the density of the object over the density of the fluid. So this is an equation that we use to relate these. If your object is partially submerged, it means you see this one can only get equilibrium when it is floating. It can never get equilibrium if it is underwater. When you try to fully submerge it, because the density of the object is running the density of fluid, the fluid will have more buoyancy over the gravitational force and it will push the object up until it reaches the surface of the water and it starts floating. When it reaches the surface of the water and it starts floating, at that point, that is when you can have the static equilibrium. Your ball will stop moving now because now the water cannot really push it out like carefully for real. I should know that the water will just push it up. But angeke phela ubona amanzi wakhipha isandla nawo seyathi phu ibhola liphuma nje nalo nene force. No, at some point the buoyancy and the gravitational force will be equal and the object yakho izovele ilunguze ngaphandle and some part of it will be submerged. That part that is submerged has displaced a certain fluid or VF. So we have VF in this context. It is the volume of the fluid displaced, which is equal to the volume of the submerged part. So this is the volume of the fluid displaced, which is equal to the volume of the submerged part. The volume of the submerged part of the object, because not all of it has been submerged. So this equation shows that the fraction of the volume of a floating object that is below the fluid surface is equal to the ratio of the density of the object to that of the fluid. So the formula Lena, you use it to find any one of these items. You can use it to find the volume of the fluid displaced. You can use it to find the density of the object. You can use it to find this or that. So there are 4 things that you can find with it. But this is only if it is what? It is partially submerged. If it is fully submerged, automatically low VF, the volume of the fluid displaced will be the same as the what? The volume of the object. And this ratio will just reduce to 1 at the end of the day. Yes. So with that in mind, let's do an example based on that. A Titanic surprise, example 14.6. An iceberg floating in seawater is shown in the figure below. Is extremely dangerous because most of the ice is below the surface. The hidden ice can damage a ship that is still a considerable distance from the visible ice. What fraction of the iceberg lies below the water level? Alright, nansi. Scenario ithi masine ice evelayo lapha emanzini. I-dangerous kakhulu lena because le oyibonayo ngaphandle kungenza ukuthi njani incane kunale njani ephansi. Leona ngaphandle kwamanzi ngenza ukuthi njani incane kunale njani ephansi. So if wenza ukuthi nasi ke isikebhe sakho noma umkhumbi wakho ufika lapha, lo mkhumbi lo unga-affectwa yini ile ice ekuphi elaphansi ongayiboni wena. And then that's how the Titanic fell down or something like that. So now they want us to know. They say what fraction of the iceberg lies, what fraction. So we're looking for the fraction of the iceberg that is lying below the water level. So ingakanani ice that is lying below the water level. This is in seawater, by the way. All right, so we're just gonna use those constants seawater. So as Carlos Bugen, the case learn before we even try to answer the question, is it a fully submerged or is it a partially submerged case? Partial. I-ice njani ivela ngaphandle. I-ice njani ivela ngaphandle, but it's also submerged down. Sayabona ngisho, it's floating, the ice is floating. Okay, so if we are having this case, how can you solve this case? In a partially submerged, you know that the volume of the object or the volume of the fluid displaced over the volume of the object must be equal to bani? To the density of the object over the density of the bani of the fluid. This is an elementary equation that we have developed for what? For a partially submerged object. In this case, our fluid, it is just ice water. So lama bathi, what is the fraction of the iceberg that is lying below the water level? They are looking for what volume, okay, the fraction can be expressed also as a percent. You see, kahle kahle ingakanani part yale ice ephansi. In fact, we are actually looking for this fraction. This one, you already have it. We are actually solving this, because this is telling us how much. Actually, say the volume of the fluid displaced in a partially submerged object is equals to the volume of the submerged part. Le part engenile. Shuthi le part yale ice engenile ingakanani over the entire object, over the entire ice. That is the fraction that we are looking for. So amanyama, we are solving this over this. So you only require the density of the object over the density of the bani of the fluid to solve this fraction. So lena ngizovele ngibize ngobani ngale fraction engiyicingayo. Okay, you guys must know maths right now. I'm sure you know what a fraction is, right? Yes. All right. So lana ke density of the object. The object that we're talking about here is what? Ice. Which was the ice is the one that is floating. They are constants. You'll be given constants, but the density of the ice I will give you, it is 917 kilograms per meter cube. This is the density of the ice over the density of the fluid. The fluid here is what? It is seawater. And you see what I say, 1008 kilograms per meter cubed. So now we can say that this is 917 over 1030. You can put that inside the calculator. What is it saying? 0.89. So this is the fraction 0.89. So this is more like 89%. So 89% of the ice is what? Is submerged. Oh, 89% is submerged, because this is like volume of the submerged part, and which is the volume of the fluid displaced over the volume of the object. So we can say that 89% of the ice is what? Is submerged. Shuthi phezulu kuvela ubani? 11% kuphela. Shuthi wena nje mawubona nje i-ice eningi lapha ucabanga iningi kanti iningi ngaphansi kahle kahle. So there is a 89% of the object is submerged under the water. Yezwala leyo nto ngisho. Yes. Is that clear kodwa into engishoyo? All right.